Today, we shall clutch the 8th generation Honda Civic 1.8, otherwise known as the Civic FD. The very first Honda Civic was launched in 1972, right? The Civic team has a total of about 40 years of experience, talent and maturity in designing a great looking car. Which makes me wonder, what on earth went wrong with this one? It's not that I think the Civic looks ugly, it's just that, you see, when you're designing a car, you have looks, you have cabin space and you have safety, you have all kinds of things, and I feel the looks factor has really been compromised now. Standing in front of the Civic, I'm looking at the bonnet, the windscreen and the overall layout, and to me, it's just not working. The whole balance looks off. Okay. Now, if you can remember in my previous capsule, I did a review on the Lancer and I was telling you about a very well balanced, a very car shape. This just doesn't have it. The bonnet is too short and I don't know, when I look at a car with a bonnet this small, I start to lose confidence in what's beneath powering the car. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel, and I'll show you why the design is such. If you come inside, step inside the Civic, you can see that the display is really beautiful, right? You've got a nice big dash, it feels like you're flying a spacecraft, okay? You've got your whole double display. And why is it like this? Simple, it's because of the windscreen. Now, if you have a closer look at the windscreen for this car, it stretches really far out. Now that gives you a nice big dash, but that will in turn give you a puny bonnet. Nevertheless, I must say, it really feels good inside the driver's seat because of the really huge dash that you get. It gives you this sensation that you are very well protected. So I kind of like that. The seats, they come in either black or beige, so there's a couple of tones for you to choose from, and even this comes in a different tone as well, so how you like it, you know, you can find one that you really like. I like how everything is very nicely and neatly clustered. Over here, you've got your handbrake and your gear lever, climate control, your radio. Okay, so you can release the brake, change the gear, switch on the aircon, you know, change your station, go back to the brake, go back to the gear, however it is you want to, right? So everything is very nice and clustered within your arm's reach. This particular model comes with paddle shifters. So if you're into paddle shifting, makes you feel like a Formula 1 racer. If it does, then go get a model that comes with paddle shifters. Lots and lots of storage space. You got tons of storage space, in fact, all over the car. The only thing I'll tell you is this, if it's comfort that you're really after, I would say this car will blow you away. It's really comfortable, and I think the only thing missing is my bolster. The back is very spacious as well, very comfortable, and because the car doesn't have a center trunk, you know, usually in the middle there's this awkward little hump over here. Now this car does not come with that awkward little hump, so it's very comfortable even if you're going to carry 3 passengers for long journeys. The door openers are really stylish. If you're into this kind of styling, you're going to like it. And one thing I must say, the rear doors, they come with storage at the side. Now this is definitely a plus. Now you can't buy yourself a brand new one because the 9th generation Civic is already out now. Hopefully we can get our hands on that one. For this one, you'll be lucky to find something that's about 2 to 2.5 years old, but that's going to cost you about $100,000. Something that's about 6 years old will cost you in the range of $50,000. Ouch. From our findings, you can get about 10 to 11 kilometers to the litre for your fuel consumption. There are some forumers online who have claimed to gotten 12 kilometers. The owner of this car though says that he only gets about 10. So the only thing I'll tell you is don't keep your hopes too high when it comes to petrol consumption for this car. Now, if you don't already know, the Civic has always had a warrior reputation when it comes to power. Sorry. Okay. This one with iVTEC pumping through its heart, you get about 140 brake horsepower. And like all Civics that have ever been built, tons of aftermarket parts for you to choose from and to upgrade the engine, upgrade the power. I like. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You see, with a bonnet this small, you only can see half of what's underneath. The other half is hidden inside. It's like I'm dealing with a complicated copier machine in my office. Overall, I think the Honda Civic is very reliable. And apart from how I feel about how the car looks, I think the car is good to go. Maybe it could do a bit better on the fuel consumption, but hey, for what it lacks for in petrol consumption, it makes up in power. And if you really want both, buy a van. turbocharged VIN. Right here on Clutched, it's time for us to rate this ride. And if you're thinking of purchasing this Civic, it's time for you to pay attention. Buy? Don't buy? I don't know. Well, for this 8th generation Honda Civic 1.8, otherwise known as the Civic FD, it's gonna be, I don't know. What do you think of the 8th generation Honda Civic? We want to hear from you, and you can share your views by leaving it in the comment section down south. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. I'm going to leave it right there. And you can also find Clutched on Facebook and Instagram. Links for those are going to be in the description box below. Okay? That's it from me, Jackie. Until we meet again, adios.